Hey, the Mexican president folded like some mother origami. A tariff from Mexico? That's like a mosquito trying to put a tariff on an elephant.
Flashback.
Tariffs aren't unique to President Trump. President Biden has tariffs in place. He's actually looking to potentially implement more. Where do you come out on? Is there a good tariff, a bad tariff?
All these tariffs, listen, you don't have to be smart in economics to know. This pushes the EU.
25% tariffs.
This pushes the EU. This pushes Canada. This pushes Mexico into the arms of China. And say, okay, well, if the United States is going to do this, let's figure out how to deal more with China. So all of these seem to help those who consider the United States an enemy.
A few moments later.
Breaking news involving the new Trump tariffs. Just moments ago, Mexico's president said they have reached a deal to pause those new U.S. tariffs.
She just said that Mexico will send 10,000 members of its National Guard to its border with the United States to prevent the flow of fentanyl into the U.S.
Guys, if you would have seen my reaction when I first saw this, okay, I bust out laughing so hard I couldn't even stay in my chair. I jumped out of my freaking chair. It was so hilarious. I was doing something else entirely unrelated, but this news popped up on my phone and I was laughing my butt off because this lady, Claudia, Mexican president, has folded to Teflon Don. Another dub. Okay, he was too powerful. He was too strong because his threat of tariffs, something that would effectively annihilate Mexico, was too much, and she completely folded.
Fox News Alert, and the breaking news of the day is on tariffs, and we just have word that the Mexican president spoke to Donald Trump, and they are going to pause the tariffs on Mexico for 1 month. And Jackie Heinrich is standing by at the White House with more on this development. Hi, Jackie.
Good morning, Dana. Yeah, that was pretty short-lived. The president spoke with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, the two sides agreeing to pump the brakes on the tariffs and then retaliatory tariffs that Mexico promised for the period of a month while they work out the terms of an agreement. The Mexican president just posted some of the details. Mexico is going to immediately send 10,000 members of the National Guard to prevent drug trafficking from Mexico to the United States, particularly fentanyl. Also, she says the U.S. is going to work with Mexico to prevent the trafficking of high-powered weapons to Mexico, something that Mexico hit back at when President Trump was threatening these tariffs. Was they were calling on the U.S. to curb the flow of guns from the U.S. down to the cartels.
Some people are trying to spin this and call this Trump folding, which makes absolutely no sense. Remember when Trump said that the reason for him doing this was because he wanted to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal alien migrants from Mexico through the southern border into America? That's exactly what his goal was. So why the hell would he continue the tariffs if Mexico agrees to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal aliens into the country?
What does Canada and Mexico need to do for you to lift the tariffs? What are specifically you want? That have to balance out their trade, number one. That we've got to stop people from pouring into our country, and we've stopped it. They haven't stopped it. We've stopped it. They have to stop people from pouring in, and we have to stop fentanyl, and that includes China. Fentanyl has killed this year at least 200,000 people. It's pouring in from China through Mexico and Canada, and they've got to stop it. And if they don't stop it, the tariffs are going to get worse, a lot worse.
Mr. President, I'm going to the border.
I'm really starting to feel like people are just retarded or something, honestly, because I'm like, are you stupid? Like, this is literally what Trump said he wanted to do. That was the goal of the tariffs. The tariffs weren't planned just to be there. The goal was to stop illegal aliens. The same thing he talked about at every freaking rally for years. I'm like, I don't understand some people's brains. This is exactly what we wanted. We don't have to have tariffs. Stop the illegal migrant invasion, stop the drugs, stop the human trafficking, and stop having all these children come up missing and going into sex slavery. That's the goal. Keep America safe. America first. This is actually incredible that, well, we're like, what, 2 weeks into the presidency, and Trump has managed to achieve so much so fast, stopping the bleeding from the Biden administration. I believed in Trump, but honestly, even I'm shocked at how efficient and effective this dude is. This guy is totally based. He's doing all of this without Thanos' infinity gauntlet. Like, this guy is the Thanos of Earth, okay? In our universe, Donald Trump is Thanos. But that's not all, guys, because in addition to that, guess who else folded? Panama. Panama folded originally. We're not going to give the canal back and all this stuff. First off, Trump said that, hey, look, if we have to do it by force, we will.
Secretary of State Rubio is in Panama right now, and we're talking about the Panama Canal. What they've done is terrible. They violated the agreement. They're not allowed to violate the agreement. China's running the Panama Canal. That was not given to China. That was given to Panama foolishly. But they violated the agreement, and we're going to take it back, or something very powerful is going to happen.
After this, guess what happened? Marco Rubio had a conversation with the president of Panama about the canal, and he agreed to terminate their agreement with China.
Meantime, President Trump's foreign policy bearing fruit on other fronts. Panama now pledging to end a key development deal with China on the Panama Canal. The reversal coming following Trump's tough talk and a visit from Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He spoke moments ago on working with the Central American nation to stem illegal immigration.
Recognize that many of the people who seek mass migration are often victims and victimized along the way. It's not good for anyone. The only people who benefit from mass migration are traffickers. And so this is a program that shows how cooperating with our strong allies here in Panama can help to stem the flow by creating a disincentive, by sending a clear message that if you come and you come irregularly, you may be stopped and you may be returned to your country of origin.
Another one bites the dust. They're all dropping like flies, guys. You got fake news falling out of the sky. Like, basically, not literally, but dropping from CNN, MSDNC. I'm sure there's going to be more to come. You got all of these different countries folding, bending the knee to the will of Teflon Don. And in addition, the last thing you got is Canada. They're going to have tariffs put on them, 25% and 10% on, I believe it's oil. So they're the last ones standing here. I mean, China has tariffs on them too, but that's a different conversation. But I'm talking about people in close proximity related to the border. And Canada, Justin Trudeau, like this little beta male here, he's still saying that he's going to put his own retaliatory tariffs on.
Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods.
Now, does this mean anything? I mean, not really. Guys, all of these countries need America more than America needs them. Like, the people who I would be more concerned about, honestly, would be China, right? Because China is, in my view, is more of an issue. But Canada and Mexico, hell, you could argue you wouldn't even need to trade with them at all. You could argue. Obviously, I want that to continue, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at the numbers, America is kind of kicking their ass, and every country practically has an over-reliance on America. So Canada as well does not stand a chance in a trade war of any kind with America. And on top of that, if you think that Trump is done, then you better think twice, because this is only 25%. Trump specifically said that he will continue to raise tariffs as needed until he accomplishes his goal. So if they don't do something about this border up in the north in Canada, then they are cooked, because Trump's going to raise it to 30%, and then 40%, and then 50%, and eventually we might not be trading with them MFers at all. So y'all better get rid of Trudeau faster. He already supposed to leave office because he's such a pathetic, feckless, sorry behind leader. We better get this dude under control. Otherwise, the Canadian economy is going to collapse. America will be fine. I don't want anybody to suffer. Just get the border under control. Stop the gaslighting. Do what the man says. Okay, we got the leverage, the powerful, the people who dictate the rules. Okay, so follow the rules and don't nobody have to get hurt. But guys, do you think that Trudeau is going to make some adjustments prior to midnight tonight when the tariffs take effect? we shall see. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
The president says he's going to be speaking with outgoing Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at 3 o'clock.
Favorite word. Tariff. The word tariff, properly used, is a beautiful word. One of the most beautiful words I've ever heard. It's music to my ears.